Strategies for profitable side hustles. Studies show that when employees are actively engaged in profitable and purpose-driven external activities, they emerge overall as better staff. Their activities could range from volunteering to community contribution to running profitable side businesses. Now, these people typically appear at work with a bounce in their steps and energy to deliver value to their companies. They have characteristics that employers want. They are entrepreneurial employees and they think creatively. Now, you typically don't hear them go, "I hate my job, I hate myself, I hate my life." Nope. Now think about these words combined. Purpose, bounce, productivity, profits, impact, and legacy. They define them. According to the Harvard Business Review, smart employers are supportive of these employees as they do not want to lose their exceptional and industrious people or stifle their creativity or push their employees on the ground, or even create a culture of distrust. After all, it takes some serious drive to add more work to your plate when you could spend your evenings lounging around instead, right? Exactly. So what is a side hustle? A side hustle is a means of making money alongside one's main form of employment or income. And our topic today is strategies for profitable side hustles. So when we talk about profit, what do we mean? Your profit is your valuable return. Now, profit happens when output is greater than your input and you're presented with a fine financial margin. In other words, we could say profit is a financial gain, especially the difference between the amount earned and the amount spent in buying, operating, or producing something. According to entrepreneur.com, you know how to do something. People would hire you for it only if they knew you were available. What are these things that could form side hustles? They go from babysitting, catering, freelance writing, editing, arts and crafts, janitorial services, social media managing, content producing, teaching, training, coaching, translating, serving as a virtual assistant, yes, delivery services, event planning, driving for Uber or similar, Airbnb, photography, a range of services around the fashion industry and the creative industry where you can grow income from your creativity, from ads, from views, or from designing logos on, for example, 99 Designs, or selling technical services on Upwork, for example, or Fiverr, which gave birth, by the way, to the gig economy. The gig economy is the universal development of the job market that will eventually affect all industries. The list is endless. Okay, spoiler alert, please note that those ventures with a negative impact are out of our list. For example, scamming people. So your side hustle could be your main hustle down the line. It could be your life's work, especially in this post-pandemic world where people were provided the opportunity to explore what they always wanted to do during the lockdown. Side hustles have become increasingly popular. Interestingly, with up to 50% of millennials having one. There are examples of great companies today that started as side hustles. I'm going to give you a few. Facebook, for instance, you all know Facebook. It was a student's side hustle. Mark Zuckerberg's. Indie hackers. Now that one interestingly chronicles side hustles that became businesses. It started and 10 months later, it was acquired by a fintech called Stripe, and that was it. It just grew. Zapier, for instance, that helps with work automation. The CEO, Wade Foster, and his co-founders devoted all of their free time to developing this until they knew that their automation company had large-scale potential. They raised $1.3 million and they're currently valued at about $5 billion. Bear Metrics, which gives metrics for decision making, has a monthly recurring revenue of almost $100,000. How about Craigslist, whose first email in 1995 was to 10 or 12 people? Its website has hit $1 billion in revenue. These are examples that we can look up to and say, yes, I can do it too. So what should you do? I'm here to share with you 7 strategies to have a profitable side hustle. Number 1, make the commitment. Now, this is the point where you decide, yes, I'm going to do this. Then you take the very first step. Now, that baby step could mean anything for you. It could mean research, it could mean training, it could mean registering a domain, it could be drawing up your plan, but something that shows movement on your commitment. Now, this commitment is a foundation for your success. Number 2, think about the legal consequences, your company, your country, and things around that. Before moving ahead, you need to scan through the fine print on your contract with the company that employed you. Check the company handbook and make sure you're in the clear legally. Read carefully to make sure there isn't a potential conflict of interest or specific policies such as non-compete clauses. And you may discover and find the opportunity to explain how the skills you stand to gain from your side hustle will benefit your employer, your project team, your company down the road. Think win-win. Number 3, consistently crush your full-time job. So even before you start your side hustle, focus on being a superstar at your full-time job. Work as hard and as efficiently as possible. Get more done than anyone else. If only so you can live on time without regret and without raising concerns about your performance and dedication. Number 4, do your best to follow a strict side hustle schedule. Now, the good news is that the internet has become the great big leveler, creating a system of unending opportunities so that making money is no longer a constant and never-ending struggle. No matter where you're from in the world, no matter what you do for a living, the world is at your fingertips as long as you know how to tap into the vast amount of opportunities found in the digital environment of cyberspace. You can earn some extra income even if you're in a tight bind. So when your normal workday ends, your side hustle workday naturally begins. What should you do? Decide how many hours you think you can spend in a day on your side hustle, then add 25 to 50% to that number. If you're thinking 2 hours, for instance, make it 3 or 4. Then commit to that schedule. Write it down. And if your schedule says you will work from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every evening and from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on weekend, work those hours. Number 5, default to action. Now, planning and intending to do so is great. Then reality bites, right? If unsure, do something. Then react to the outcome of your actions. But by all means, do something. Remember, it's not life or death, it's a side hustle. So see starting a side business as the grand experiment that it is. Never forget that the fun is in the doing, not in the overthinking. Step 6, see your side hustle as me time. Now, when you choose your side hustle, pick something you want to do. Pick something you love to do. Pick something you want to achieve. Pick something you want to be. Then actively work towards it. When you choose the best fitting side hustle and give it your all, you're making the most of every hour that you have. And finally, step 7, don't quit your day job just yet. Be sure to ensure your side hustle is on solid footing. And hey, If you're getting paid on both ends, why rush? Now, don't despise the days of little beginnings. Your casual projects could turn into big businesses and could impact the world. Start where you are, my friend, with what you have, and never, ever give up. Yes, you can do it. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the top. Thank you.